Geekazoid.
Black Adam is finally out in cinemas around Australia, and Gotham Knights comes out tomorrow. What is going on in the world of DC? Because this is a very special week, in DC. My name is J-Rod or Jaden or however you know me, and I'm going to be one of your geek guides. And of course, we are joined by the lovely Taylor, who is hailing from Melbourne. Taylor, how are you?
I'm good. For once, I can actually say that our weather in Melbourne has actually been quite nice. We've had so much rain, of course, but today, specifically just today, we have had some very nice sunny weather. So I am in a very good mood. But I'm very keen to talk about last night's events.
Oh, which is Black Adam, I would assume. You know what? I'm very jealous of your beautiful weather because here in Sydney, it's not so sunny. It is quite wet. It's miserable as well. It's just like, it's not raining heavy. It's just that light rain. It's just annoying. Like, you're going to get wet, but and you can't really do anything because of this weather. Tay, you mentioned last night that you went to see Black Adam. You got I guess a special privilege to see it. One of the first in Australia to see it. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. How else has your week been? How's your week been?
It has been pretty good. I've been doing a lot of prep work. Hey, Tal. Welcome back. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of prep work actually for Black Adam. I like to match my outfits to the premieres of the movies I go to. Even if it's not a proper costume or a cosplay, I like to dress on theme. So I, of course, made my little logos here for Black Adam. But yes, I had a little matching bag as well as on my coat. And then tomorrow I have another exciting event to go to. So I've actually brought a whole heap of fabric and I'm going to be making another dress. Yes. So that's for an event tomorrow night, which is for Disney Plus. So I'm going to a Halloween themed event, which I'm super excited for. I don't think you can get much better than that. Disney and Halloween. I am very, very happy.
That is amazing. I'm very jealous of that. I don't think we have an event like that in Sydney. Also, Abdullah chimes in and says, "Hey, all." And and also we have P-Rod. There you go. P-Rod is chiming and saying, "Can't wait to hear all about." Yeah, hear about last night. Abdullah says, "I'm going to see Black Adam tomorrow or this weekend. 100% do that." And Terry's chiming in as well. Just if you guys are wondering how you can join the fun, we are streaming this on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch as well, and Twitter on our Geekazoid socials. So definitely check that out. Unfortunately, last week, Fizzman accidentally blocked Terry. We had some spam pop up, and as Fizzman went to click the spam, Terry's name popped up. And so I'm going to have to look into that, Terry. But thank you for joining us on Facebook. He says, I'm still blocked on YouTube after Fizzman accidentally blocked me instead of spam. That is right. Before we move over to our trending topics, I just want to share my experience last night. I got to go to the Sydney premiere of Black Adam, and they went all out. The cool backdrop in the back there, and the black carpet for Black Adam, I guess, with the font there, which is really, really cool. And yeah, they had it at the entertainment quarters there. You can see a couple of the crew there. Cosplay Chris is there. Andy Thor of Oz, Danny Cosplay, and also Sam, who helps us out with a lot of our graphics here at Geekazoid. So yeah, really, really cool. Cool event. Great. I nearly spoiled it. I'm going to say that later on when we talk about Black Adam. But guys, definitely join the conversation.
Actually just warned you not to spoil it here.
Don't worry.
You about to.
This is just a review. We're not going to spoil anything in the movie at all. It was a lot of fun, and I'm glad that we got to see it last night. We have a lot of people chiming in the chat today. We got Peter Evans. Hi, guys. We got Joshua TTV. How are you guys? Tal also says, very psyched to watch Black Adam this weekend. Terry says, but hey, I'll be seeing Black Adam this weekend with my cosplay group. Looks like everyone has their weekend planned, and it's all to do with Black Adam. Don't worry, Abdullah. No spoilers. I know Tay mentioned that before. And we have Magic Mystic 21. Hey, just like to say thank you so much to everyone for tuning in on the Geekazoid live stream. We are live and we want you to join the conversation. And I guess we better start kicking it over to a segment that we like to call Trending Topics. Now, this is a pretty big deal because back in the day, I wasn't the biggest Superman fan. Super fan? Yeah, super fan. Because I guess growing up reading the comics, like, Superman was invincible. You couldn't destroy him, of course, with a bit of rock. And I was like, I didn't really gravitate towards Superman, especially in the comics. Batman, on the other hand, I was all about Batman. I thought that was really, really cool. But until a movie came out about 9 years ago called The Man of Steel, I went to the cinemas, I watched it, and I was just like, I love this version of Superman. I really loved Zack Snyder's version of Superman, and we got some news this week that Man of Steel 2 looks like it is happening. Henry Cavill has said that he's on board to play Superman, and it looks like after 9 years, we're finally going to see the Man of Steel, the proper sequel to Superman. I mean, we saw Man of Steel, and then we saw Batman v Superman and the Justice League, but Batman vs Superman wasn't really an official sequel. It was its own thing. So, yeah, really, really excited to finally see a follow-up of The Man of Steel. Let us know in the comments if this is something that you really want to see. I know a lot of people are on the Henry Cavill bandwagon, which is fantastic. There was talks, I guess a couple of months ago, or even a couple of years ago, that they were going to be recasting Superman to be played by, somebody else, and African American version of Superman. But I feel like Henry Cavill is the perfect Superman, and he hasn't really got his follow-up story. So, Tay, I mean, Man of Steel, are you a fan of the Man of Steel, as in the movie? Fan of Henry? I know that Henry's just like big in the pop culture world, especially with The Witcher and all that. Tell me, thoughts about this?
Yes to all. I absolutely am on board with having this extra film. I agree with exactly what you said. He hasn't had his chance yet. We've seen him a few times now, but I still feel like we haven't seen Henry Cavill at his full Superman potential yet. I think he still has some way to go with what he can give to us in these films. So I'm kind of hoping it goes for a third one, but I don't want to be too greedy. I'm asking for a lot here.
And then that's it. And Tao makes quite an interesting point as well. We'll be very happy if Zach returns. I mean, there's been no mention of Zach being a part of this. I would love Zach to be a part of this as well, because I love the fact that he made Superman gritty, and I love how Metropolis fell apart because Superman had never ever used his powers before, and he had to verse Zod. And then, of course, that scene right at the end where Superman had to end Zod to save, civilians. So I was really on board with this. I absolutely loved it. Pete chimes in and says, he is my fave in this role. Abdallah says, I'm a huge fan of Superman. Can't wait to see Man of Steel sequel. Henry is my favorite. And P-Rod says, Henry Cavill, my favorite as well. And Pete also mentioned before, yes, Super Beard. Now, just to let you know that this artwork here is just fan artwork. It's not licensed, it's not confirmed, it's nothing like that, it's not official. This is just some fan art. I actually don't mind him with the beard.
I dig it.
I dig it. Let us know if you dig it. Let us know if you want to see Henry rocking the mustache, because I know that we nearly had him in Justice League rocking it. But going from the Man of Steel, the sequel of Man of Steel, we're jumping over to another sequel to a movie that hasn't even been released yet, Tay. The Flash has already got The Flash 2 has already got a script. What's going on?
So we have The Flash, the first solo Flash movie, coming up in June 2023. And we have already had announcements saying that they have already written a Flash 2 script already. This, of course, we'll only see it if, depending on the box office sales of The Flash. Like I mentioned, it's the first solo movie The Flash is getting. Of course, we had the CW Flash series, which I quite enjoyed. But now we're getting the first actual movie, it's pretty exciting. At this stage, it does look like we'll be seeing Ezra Miller reprising their role as Barry Allen.
Yes.
Of course, we do know that there's been some scandals and some series of arrests that have happened with Ezra. As of late, they have come out with an apology recently
Hmm.
and said that they're getting their life back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage. So Warner Brothers, DC haven't said anything about not having Ezra Miller back. So it looks like we will still be seeing them come back. Um, it is going to be now. Who's the director on this one? Um,
Oh, good question. This is where we need Fizzman. And by the way, I didn't
yeah.
mention this before at the beginning that Captain Fizzman is on location today. He's actually doing a job at Luna Park. So he will be joining us, hopefully, randomly throughout the show. I don't know when it's going to happen, but he's going to pop in and just say hi to everyone and let us know what is happening at Luna Park, because Luna Park's doing this Halla Scream event. But hey,
I did. I did
yeah.
write it down, actually. I did prepare for this moment because I knew we wouldn't have Fizz on board. It is the Aquaman writer, David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick. It's a long name. That's why I couldn't remember off the top
There
of
you
my
go.
head. He's the one that has written this script. But yeah, like I said, just depends on how box office sale goes with our first Flash movie. Ab says here, I'm always supporting Zack Snyder. He is my epic director. He has done some incredible things. I do agree.
I like what Pete says here. Hopefully, Flash will be a quick release. That is so good. Well done.
Well
Look,
played.
the Flash movie was meant to come out mid this year, so I guess they were already anticipating it to be successful, which I have no doubt it would be, with the rumor of Michael Keaton's Batman meant to be in it. But who knows where they're going to be taking it? I'm assuming they're going to be reshoots, I would imagine, because the whole sort of like Black Adam's out now, and I think Flash was meant to come out before Black Adam. I think Black Adam got pushed up as well. Aquaman was meant to happen at the end of the year, but now that's a year later. So who knows? But I'm excited to see it, and I want Ezra as the Flash. Like, they have been the Flash from the Justice League, and I want Ezra to be the Flash in this movie. I don't want them to recast Ezra. So let's see it. I want to see it on the screen as soon as possible. Abdullah says something really interesting as well. One Supergirl. Oh, the one Supergirl is a girl in it. I think he's trying to say
Maybe the
that.
CW Flash series that I was talking about.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Okay. Because I know that there is a Supergirl in The Flash, but I think it's a variant of that.
Oh.
Yes, so we don't know, because who knows? Who knows? Sorry, Terry chimes in and says Fizzman at a horror event. Where is the real Fizzman? That's 100% Fizzman.
You know him well.
You're absolutely right, but I think he just. There's a lot of people out there that we know, so I think he's going with a lot of people. So I'm sure they'll be looking after him and holding his hand. Or
He's well protected.
or he's going to be super traumatized after this event. Magic Mystic 21 says, so many sequels coming out. I mean, if they bring the dollars, like, you can't just tell the Flash just one and done. It has to be a continuation for sure. Okay, we better move over to the next part. So this is actually quite big news, because we mentioned this before, that DC Films president Walter Hamada was talking about leaving DC Films, and it has been reported, I think it was as of yesterday, that he's left. He's left the role, left the job. He said that it was reported that he was waiting until the release of Black Adam before he was to officially step down. And I guess now that Black Adam is officially released, this is the week that is released, he is stepped down as the president of DC Films.
I wonder how it's going to go from here.
Well, there has been rumors of who would take the place, because as we know that Discovery has merged with Warner's, and I guess DC Films is part of that merger as well. So maybe after Black Adam gets its full press push and all that, and all the focus is on the movie, we'll hear more about this. So look, not really much to say about this. I don't know whether I'm for or against it. There's not much to report about it, but because DC are dropping some news this week, we just thought we'd just mention it just so you guys were on top of it as well. Oh, Ricardo Rodriguez, what a last name. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, bro, greetings from Mexico. Wow. We're going global with this thing, Tay. Isn't that crazy?
Reaching everywhere. Now I want to make a list. I want to get like all of the countries ticked off.
We need like
I
one of
won't
those
rest.
scratchy
Yes.
posters, right?
Yep.
Okay, so going from this, because I'm assuming that this is going to be affecting the production of everything else, not just like movies, but maybe like the TV series as well. So Tay, you've got a bit of something for us in terms of Matt Reeves, who was the director of The Batman. What's going on here?
So Matt Reeves is planning some more Batman spin-off series, which is quite exciting. It's going to focus on the villains a bit more. We're going to see villains like Scarecrow and Clayface, things like that. I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping we see Poison Ivy, because I demand she comes back into the mix, because we haven't seen enough of her recently, and I think we need that. This is still very early talking stages, so there's not a lot of information released about it. Matt Reeves, I did see in an interview somewhere that he wanted to explore Mr. Freeze, so that's going to be fun if that is true. But yeah, I know that they've had meetings with some writers and directors. He's already working on the Penguin and Arkham Asylum ones as well. So it looks like they have a lot of plans, and they're thinking quite far into the future, which is exciting to see, especially if we're getting some of these characters that we haven't seen in a long time, or people that are kind of new to DC, that characters that they haven't met before. So I love it. I'm hoping it'll all go ahead.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because I know DC are planning like a 10-year thing, like what the Marvel studios have done and successfully done as well. We haven't got confirmation, though, that The Batman 2 there's nothing official in regards to that. So I wonder how that plays into the sequel of The Batman, and also if Rob Pattinson's going to be appearing in any of this these spin-off shows. Terry chimes in and says he'd love to see a Hush story. Hush is I guess a comic arc in the Batman universe, so that is a great read. And also Joshua TTV says, will there be a new Batman movie about the Joker next, because we had the Riddler in the Batman? So yeah, that's what I mentioned before. Nothing has been confirmed yet. Joker could be, I guess, in the Batman 2. I know that there was something on the internet that sort of didn't really make it in the movie. But I would love to see some more, like Clayface, like you mentioned in the spin-off series. Like, I want to see more of Batman's rogue gallery, because he's just got some incredible villains that we haven't even seen on the screen yet. So yeah, definitely bring it on. I would love to see Pattinson as Batman in a Justice League movie. Who knows? I've heard talks that Affleck is coming back as Batman as well. Like, we know that he's doing reshoots for Aquaman. So who knows what is happening and what, where we're going. Because if we mentioned before, Henry Cavill's Man of Steel 2 is happening, I'm assuming Affleck is the Batman, because he's the Batman in this world, right? Oh, it's going to be interesting. But when we find out, we will definitely tell you all about it. Okay, going over to something a little bit fun. Batman has been announced that he is DLC for Minecraft. Now, I've already admitted this, that I am not. I've never ever played Minecraft before, but I thought that this was a really, I don't know, interesting choice. I'm not dissing it at all. I guess, Batman works anywhere, but this was announced this week as well. Like, it's just crazy that DC are just like Batman Minecraft here. Matt Reeves doing this. Walter Hamada's gone. Flash 2 script's already been written. Man of Steel 2's happening, and Black Adam, and then Gotham Knights tomorrow. Like, this is
They
nuts.
just exploded.
They
I feel like
explode.
they were like, I know we've still had a fair few, things from them, projects from them, but I feel like they were kind of, I don't know, kind of flying under the radar for a little bit there, and now all of a sudden they're just coming out with things left, right, and center. I can't keep up now.
I know, right? But why not? Like, this, it's a bit of fun. Batman works anyway, and this looks actually, to be honest, this makes me want to play Minecraft, to be quite honest with you. And
it is a lot more enticing seeing Batman.
And maybe it's just to tie in with Gotham Knights. Like, I know it's not connected to Gotham Knights, but don't tell me I need an Xbox to play this version of it. Oh no, I just see Xbox Game Studios there. I don't know. I'll find out. Surely I can play it on PC. He's got one over
here this time.
He's got it. Oh, he's got it over me. But I would imagine that this is a great tie-in to help promote the Gotham Knights, which is like a big game for Warner Bros. So let us know in the comments below if this is something that you have already played, because this is already available for you to download right now. If there was Joshua just chimes in one more time saying that if there is a Batman movie, the Joker, what about a Robin movie? Robin, Nightwing, I guess, see, this is where, like, video games and movies, sort of like, would you want to see a Robin movie, or do you want to play as Robin in that whole, like, Wayne family sort of, like, arc? I don't know if a Robin movie would be so successful, though. Like, Titans is getting a new series. I think it drops very, very soon. I think it's season 4. We were meant to mention about that, but anyway, that's going to be happening very, very soon. Sorry, Tay, you're going to chime in with something.
No, you're all good. I was going to talk about the DC Titans. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Go for it. Talk about DC Titans if you got anything about it.
Oh no, I was just mentioning before you mentioned it. I was going to mention.
Right. I was meant to actually list that down as one of the things. Like, that was announced this week as well, that Titans is getting it. Well, we knew that it was getting a 4th season because they had been filming it, but we saw some concept art for it, or some actually official art for it.
There you go. Tal says first season of the first trailer of the season today.
There you go. So it happened this morning. Nice. There you go. Cool. Tay, when we were writing this, you're just like, look, there's a little bit of news. It's not really DC related, but it's something that we're both PlayStation, fans and loyalists and all that sort of stuff. And we did talk about this a couple of episodes ago, but tell us, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I wanted to mention about the PS5 DualSense wireless edge controller, which is very fancy looking. Yeah, we did mention it very briefly a little while ago, but pre-orders are coming out next week. So I wanted to put it back in your mind. So if anyone was interested, you know that you've only got about a week left. I think it's Monday, Tuesday that it'll be available to pre-order. You definitely want to get in early if you're thinking about getting it. Put a deposit down. You can change your mind later if you want to. But I definitely will be getting one. It's going to be very similar, like in comparison to the Xbox Elite controllers. So you've got those extra caps. You've got the high caps, the dome ones, the low ones, and the back buttons as well. So you've got a whole heap of extras there that you can customize it. But yeah, very similar to the Xbox Elite controller, obviously for PS5s. Ricardo says, I'll play everything of Batman after Arkham Saga ended. I feel like I need more to fill that void. Absolutely. Yes. Well, there's so much Batman coming. I'm sure they'll meet that quota.
Did you say when this... Sorry, I was just going to say, do we know when this is getting released? Is like a date or
Yes. So they only just came out with a date. Forgive me if I'm going to be a day or two out because of the time difference. Most of the things that I read up about, it's always American, and we're based here in Australia. It's January 25th or 26th, so around Australia Day. Yeah, so at the end of January, let's say that's a safe bet in case there's any delays. End of January is when they're coming out But yeah, you'll be able to pre-order one next week, which is exciting.
And sorry, Tate, did you mention a
What
price point as well there?
It's about $200.
Yeah.
So yeah, not on the cheap side, but if you've ever used one of like the elite controllers that are around, you do notice a pretty big difference.
I guess if you're like a hardcore gamer, this is something that you would want to own and really, step up your gaming setup. To be honest, that pouch for the controller looks so nice and sleek, and it fits in with the PlayStation 5 look, which is amazing. Look, I would
Absolutely.
love to get this. I've already got a lot of PS5 controllers already, so why not add another one to the collection? I
Why
want to
not?
put a question out there to everyone. With your controllers, do you display them or do you just chuck them in a drawer and wait for people to come around and like? Because I've got all these controllers and like I've seen some people mount them on the wall and they look really, really nice. And I feel like that's what I'm going to have to do. But when my nieces and my nephews come around, I mean, my nieces love the pink one. My nephew would just go for any black, white. He doesn't really care. But my nieces love the pink one for the PS5. So I might have to get two of them because I got two nieces and they need a pink controller.
One each. Got it.
One
Got to be
each.
fair.
That's
One for all. Why not?
And then
I'm the
Joshua
same.
also says, yeah, sorry, go for it, Tay, go for it.
No, I was going to say I've got a fair few controllers lying around as well. I kind of keep them either on the charging docks, which kind of looks like a little display case because I've got the Sony one there, or I've just got a couple. Like I've got my Star Wars Darth Vader edition one that matches my PS4 that I
Yes,
got. That's just kind of sitting here collecting dust, just on display. But Joshua TTV, does Batman actually die, or does he just hide in another Batcave?
Ooh, well, in the Gotham Knights game, he has died. So I guess that's why you're playing as, Batgirl and Nightwing and Red Hood and Robin as well. So I'm really excited to play that. I'm actually really excited because I've got tomorrow off, Tay, and I've got to make sure I try and finish all my work tonight because I just want to dedicate the night to just playing Gotham Knights. So I'm going to have to go out and definitely pick that up tomorrow morning. Terry says, I got two controllers. One is in the box. The other one just sits next to the controller. Is it because you're waiting for some... And that's the thing. Like, you don't really need people to come around anymore and play. So, because it's all online. So, yeah, I just...
Oh, and Star Wars Darth Vader controller too. Yes.
Oh, Terry, is that what you're talking about?
One.
One in box and one out of box? Tay, this week I've been unboxing a lot of my collection. I'm gonna have to show you a little bit later on what I'm going to unbox, but I'm gonna film it for my TikTok. Sammy G chimes in. Sam joined me yesterday in Sydney for the Black Adam premiere. I know that Ardish was saying, did anyone watch Black Adam? How is Black Adam? We're going to talk about it a little bit later, so definitely tune in. Just probably in like 10 minutes time, we're going to be talking about it. What's going on, guys? Currently listening to you while I'm at the gym. Get those gains in, bro, because after Black Adam, we were like doing push-ups in the aisles because, yeah, The Rock is just, he's jacked. So
Felt like the power just came to you through the screen.
Oh, it was just like, I don't know, after like some action movies, it just G's you up to be like, I don't know, it just gets you going.
The adrenaline hit.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And I think we're going to leave it at that for our trending news, Tay. I think that's it. Yeah. Cool. Is there anything else you want to add to that? Did we miss anything at all?
Oh, look, we probably did, but I'm sure we can pick it back up next time. I quite often like going backwards and touching on other things that we've already mentioned because we get so many updates and so many things change. There's delays.
Yes.
So much. So, no, I think we're good for that one.
I think we're good. So, how about we move on? Now, Captain Fizzman is not here. He's at a Halloween event in the city of Sydney. Hopefully he chimes in very, very soon. I actually thought he would make an appearance by now. But look, He normally leaves us, just for the people that are joining in brand new today, he normally does a trivia. Captain Fizzman's very good at his trivia. So every week he hosts his own trivia questions with his variant. Captain
Fizeman.
Fizeman, that's it. That's the name of his variant. But now that he's not here, I wonder who's doing the trivia this week. So we're going to have a really quick break. Get your pens and pencils out, or you can use your phone as well. That was so archaic, what I just said then. But here is this week's round of trivia questions, and it's based around DC. Throw it over to Captain Fizeman.
Geekazoid.
What is up, everyone? It is Captain Fizzman here to deliver you this week's trivia questions. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, where is Captain Fizzman? Look, I don't know. I called him and he just won't answer. He's not picking up, going straight to voicemail. So you're stuck with me. Because this is such a big week to be a DC fan with Black Adam and Gotham Knights coming out, I thought I would deliver you a DC trivia to commemorate this awesome week. As always, make sure to interact in the comments down below, and if you get any of the questions right, we'll highlight your answers. So, get those thinking caps on and get ready to answer this week's trivia question. Okay, question 1. How many Robins have there been? Once again, how many Robins in total have there been? Do you think you know it? Okay, question 2. What is the name of the place of origin for Black Adam? Once again, what is the name of the place of origin for Black Adam? Okay, get ready for the final question. In Gotham Knights, the video game, who is listed as the primary antagonist in the game? Once again, in Gotham Knights, who is listed as the primary antagonist for the game? Mull over those questions, see if anything comes to mind, and I'll see you guys very soon for the answers.
Geekazoid.
Oh, Tay, how did you go with that one? Is this...
Look, the first
Yeah.
one's just an absolute guess. I'm going to be honest. I have no theory behind it. I've just picked a random number. The second one, I know. I'm happy to say that only because I was fortunate enough to see Black Adam last night. I know the answer of the second one. The third one, again, it has escaped me. So I'm going to learn something new tonight. Two new things tonight.
Okay, so...
what about you?
I think I know all of them, to be quite honest with you. The first one, I'm pretty sure I'm right, because everyone thinks it's one thing, but it's actually another thing. Can I ask what number did you think the first one was?
I've just gone with a 6. It was either going to be 6 or 7. I just went with 6.
Okay.
Because
alright.
I have no inkling at what it could be. It's just a guess.
We have some people chiming in the comments. P-Rod says... P-Rod agrees with you, Tay. P-Rod reckons that there are 6 Robins. There you go.
I think we got this.
Josh, I'm wondering if are you saying Batgirl is the villain in the game of Gotham Knights? I wonder if that's what you're saying. Terry is saying that there are 5 Robins, and I'm agreeing with Terry. And Terry's pretty good at these trivia questions. So
He did give Fizzman a run for his money last time, didn't he? I think
He
there was something
did.
he was questioning.
He stumped the Fizzman. And then also Matthew M says 5 as well, and he also says hi, Jaden. Also, P-Rod says suspense is killing me. Can't wait to hear about last night. So I mean, we already mentioned about last night at the beginning of the episode, but we can talk about it a little bit more very, very soon. So if you know the answers to the trivia questions, definitely let us know in the comments. And also every week we upload on the Geekazoid socials the trivia questions, just in case you missed them. So this week is themed around DC. You've only got 3 questions to answer, and a little bit later on, I'm going to be telling you what we're going to be doing on the 15th episode of Geekazoid. So this is episode 13th now, and we're going to be sharing with you every 15 episodes, I believe, we are going to be doing this thing. But we'll get to that very, very soon, because we better kick it over to our discussion topic. And we're going to be talking about the movie that everyone is talking about. Nice day. We're going to be talking about Black Adam, and Black Adam is finally out in cinemas around Australia, and I believe around the world. It is whether it's out already or it is coming out in a couple of hours, to be quite honest. We were very fortunate enough to attend a Sydney screening of it, and also a Melbourne screening as well, because Taylor's down in Melbourne. Now, Tate, before we get into this, by the way, we're not going to be spoiling anything. We're not going to be talking about anything that is going to be giving away any plot points or anything, unless. But this is what leads me to what I'm trying to ask. Sorry, Tate. Did the internet wreck it for you before you saw the movie? Let's start with that.
For this one, actually, no. I didn't do a heap of research. Sometimes I can't help but almost search for it on things like TikTok or Instagram, that I search for answers before I go into watching something. But this one was a fair bit new to me, and I wanted to kind of keep that because there isn't too many superheroes these days that I don't know, something about. So I was excited that I didn't know much about it at all. So went in completely with a blank space. I quite enjoyed it. I do know that they went through 4 rounds to get the ratings down to I think it's P. Is it down to PG?
So in America it's PG-13. In Australia that equals to an M15 plus rating. Yeah.
Right.
So,
well, I think they were like, no, it's an R rating. They're like, you got to go back down. And it just kept, 4 rounds they went through because they were still saying, no, it's too much. There was too much gore and too much kind of scare factor, which I think is funny.
Yeah. Which, and to be honest, I'm watching this movie last night and I'm like, wow, that passed, that was approved to get through. I was like, damn. But
how bad was it? If it went through 4 rounds, how bad was it 4 times beforehand?
And it's great because this story is about it's a revenge story, to be that's what Black Adam is all about. He's seeking revenge, I guess. So and he's angry, and I guess in this scene here, why would he be safe about what he does? It doesn't matter who he sort of takes out or how he takes them out. He just wants to destroy them, to be honest, and I guess the only way he knows how. Really cool. It's funny that you mentioned that, Tay, because I saw a lot of, and I don't want to say negative reviews, I just saw some really interesting feedback from people reviewing it. I guess IGN was the biggest one that I saw this week. They were talking about how there was too much action scenes.
I saw that exact same complaint, saying that that it was too fast and there was too many crazy action scenes. And I was like, I'm sorry, did you want it to be a romance?
I was
you're going to see an action superhero film.
Yeah, I was like, sign me up. What superhero movie do you want to go to and not see any action scenes? And I'm telling you now, I was saying this before, after the movie, I literally did a couple of push-ups in the aisles because I was just so pumped. This just reminded me of say those classic 80s or 90s action blockbuster films, because the action was just intense. The story was fantastic. I actually really enjoyed this movie, and it was something that we hadn't really seen before, I guess, from a superhero sort of storyline. Normally, when you go into these movies, you can sort of predict how it's going to play out. And don't get me wrong, he's an anti-hero. You can sort of, anticipate what's going to happen. But how it goes about it, I was really surprised, and I was very happy with how I walked out of the cinema. So, guys, let us know, when you watch your superhero movies, do you want to see a lot of action or you don't want to see a lot of action?
Should we start taking bets now on the chance of people banding together like they did with Release the Snyder Cut, now that everyone's going to know that there's some real, nitty gritty, really harsh version of what we've just seen?
So I wonder if there's going to be an R-rated version of Black Adam. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if they'll give the people what they want, but I think the people will demand for it, like they did with the Justice League Snyder Cut. But going back onto the action shots, there was a budget of $200 million for this. And considering the prices recently that I've seen for some TV series and other movies, I'm actually quite surprised what they did with $200 million. Obviously, that is a crazy, crazy number, but just in comparison to what I've seen recently, or like some TV shows, we get like 200 million per episode or something ridiculous.
Right.
Maybe that's a little bit far fetched, but we get millions of dollars per episode. This was 200 mil for the whole thing. With the action sequences that we saw and all of the visuals.
Tay, I'm going to be
I'm
right
pretty
back.
impressed.
Somebody's just
Yeah.
knocking at my door, and I think it's a delivery, so I'll be right back.
Delivery? Go for it. I've got it from here. I wish I had a delivery now. Actually, speaking of, I did get a delivery, and I've got some fun things coming up that you'll all be seeing on social media. And I know some of the other Geekazoid team will also be joining in on that. So keep up to date on our socials for that. Follow Geekazoid on all of our what have we got? We've got Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, all of them. We've crossed them all off. But I highly recommend seeing Black Adam. If you haven't got your tickets now, do get online and buy them because it is going to sell out. I know that there was a lot of sold out movie cinemas for tonight, actually, because I do know some friends that wanted to see it opening night and they actually missed like their local cinemas, so they have to travel a bit further just to get their sessions in tonight. I did love the kind of the grittiness of it. I think so often, of course, it's as you get older, you kind of don't want the classic superhero, the do-gooder all the time. I think that's why characters like Deadpool are so popular, because now all of the kids that grew up with all these comic books and things like that are all a bit older now, and we want the real messy, gory stuff, which we seem to be getting in some of these superhero movies coming out.
Did you mention also The Boys? I guess that's like a grittier version
I didn't
as
mention
well.
that. Another really good one.
Yeah. I'm just watching the trailer here. And by the way, I got a delivery. I'm so glad I answered the door. I was wondering why I was getting a phone call and I could hear my doorbell going off. And I'm like, it must be a delivery. I'm going to share it with you very, very soon, okay?
Yes.
After the trivia, all right? Because you couldn't talk about perfect timing, to be quite honest. Anyway, sorry, I was just looking at the trailer here. We're talking about Black Adam, but I always forget, and on the red carpet when I got asked this question, the Justice Society. I totally forgot that we're getting introduced to the Justice Society, and we're going to see. Well, we've seen Atom Smasher, Cyclone, Dr. Fate, and of course Hawkman, and they absolutely killed it. Hawkman, especially Dr. Fate, fantastic. Do you have a favorite out of the Justice Society and how they were portrayed on the screen?
I do like Dr. Fate. I also like Pierce Brosnan, so it might be a little biased, but I think he did great with it. I like that. I was trying to think of the word as I was watching it because obviously, without spoiling it, don't worry, everyone. I don't know. I loved the personality that he put to it because it's not as I imagined. Like I said, I am not completely up to date with the Justice Society and their adventures. But from what I do know, I was surprisingly shocked at his personality. I just thought it was something completely different, but I liked what Pierce Brosnan did with it. But yeah, did you have a favorite character though?
I mean, going into it, Atom Smasher. Because I didn't think we'd ever see him on the screen, and Hawkman, because I was really interested to see how they portrayed him on the screen, because he's sort of like, I don't want to say he's an awkward character, but like visually, he's like, how do you make Hawkman look relevant and current? Do you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
And I thought they did a great job. And what I really liked as well is that they didn't really rely on the suit too much. I thought, I can't remember the actor's name, but I thought he did a stellar job at portraying Hawkman. The outfit was sick.
Aldous Hodge.
There you go.
I am
Good
the
on
new
you,
Fizz
Tay.
man.
Fizzman is here. You're a variant of Fizzman. There
I
you go. Let us know in the comments below who you were excited to see from the Justice Society on the screen. I'd love to see more of the Justice Society. I think we need to see them more, whether it's in a sequel to Black Adam, if that was to happen. Uh-oh. Intruder alert.
Dun dun dun.
Whoa!
Hey!
Who is
Whoa.
it?
Yeah, we can hear you. What is happening here? Is this a variant? Have we just been infiltrated just right now?
So it is me, Captain Fizzman. I am here at Hallow Scream. We are at Luna Park. Rides are going off everywhere. People are taking photos. People are staring. I'm worried that someone's just about to come up behind me and scare the crap out of me.
Yeah.
But we're here for Hallow Scream.
Terry was just saying before, how is Fizzman at a horror event? He's like, you avoid it like the plague. Everyone is saying, hey, Abdullah says, hey, Fizzman, can you walk around? Can you walk around for a bit and show us what's going on there? Is that possible?
Yes. So let me just grab that, and then I will.
I'm loving the
No,
makeup,
okay,
Fizz.
it's okay. Thank you. It took a while. Okay. So,
Oh, yeah?
No, I don't need the light. So yeah, the
Look at this,
Tango
Geekazoid
train
in the wild.
over here.
It's so
We
good.
have the Ferris wheel. Oh, you actually like this, Jay?
Yeah.
Let me just
What,
go up
clowns?
A bit further. No.
Oh, this is so cool. I'm so glad that... Oh, wow. All right, Fizzman, how much money is that going to cost you to win one of them?
I don't know.
And who's there with you? Who's your friends there? I can hear a lot of
let's
screaming
go.
in the background. Is somebody
Let's
getting
go
like
and find people.
murdered in the background or something?
Okay.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Are you serious right now?
That's Tyler.
Oh, hey! Tyler, how are
They say
you?
hey.
Hi,
They say
Oh
hey. They
my
ask how you are.
I'm good. I'm good.
Tell her that
Yeah.
she's got a bit of blood on her. Tell her she might need to
You've
clean her
got-
face.
Tyler. A little
You
something,
might
something.
need to clean your face. You've got a bit of blood on your face.
Including my code as well.
So we have Gabby, Faye.
I'm waving like they can see me waving at them.
I don't know if they
Hi.
can. Let's wait
I don't-
anyway.
I'm
We
not
got
sure.
Brooke over here. There's Danny. Dave. We have Bronte over there as Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she looks great.
Goodness. You all look so good.
They look really good. So yeah, there's Pony Island in the background. The
Matthew M
death
says
drop.
not clowns.
Fizzman, can you get back in front of the camera? Is that possible?
Sure. Yeah. So, Faye, camera person. I need help. Okay, we need a flipper, so I'm back on the camera. Okay, there we go. Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Amazing. Out of curiosity, Fizzman, are you wearing brown pants? Are you wearing brown pants at this event?
Or
I'm
2
wearing
pairs
jeans.
of underwear.
Or two
I'm
pairs of
wearing
underwear?
jeans.
You're wearing jeans. Dark jeans. Good job.
Yeah, dark jeans.
Matthew M is saying not clowns. His worst nightmare is clowns.
And it's going for quite a while. I think for the entire Halloween. I'm having fun.
You look a bit.
No, it's not raining. It's the way my character is. I'm basically
Oh.
Harry if he drowned from the Infurious.
I thought it was
Ah.
all from the tears that you've been crying.
Fizzman, you're going to have to make sure you get a photo for us while you're there. And thank you so much for tuning in. Whoa, there's something going on behind you. There's all this smoke and all that. It looks unreal.
Yeah.
Just like to say Matthew M goes, I didn't realize he was wearing makeup. How good. That's so great. Well, we won't hold up much of your time because we want you to experience it properly. But thank you so much for calling in. And this is working fantastic. So this is great to know for future stuff. So
This is
thanks,
really
Fizz,
good.
man. We appreciate it.
worries.
Yeah. Enjoy. We'll catch you next
Okay.
time, okay, Fizz? We'll see you next week
Alright.
on the show, okay?
Yes, you will.
All right. Thanks, Fizz, man. We
Alright.
appreciate it.
Enjoy.
Catch ya. Wow, that was so cool. Fizz, man,
I'm so
just
jealous.
That is so much fun. This is the first time we tried getting somebody to call in, and it's good to know that it works because we would love to invite a couple more people onto the podcast and interview them as well. Uh, that that Instax
That
guys,
Instax guy.
he got the masks. I think there are a couple of masks there. That is awesome. That's really cool. I think we've pretty much ended there in regards to talking about Black Adam. Was there anything that we missed, Tay, at all?
No, I did want to go on. You mentioned something about seeing like mixed reviews about
yes,
Black
okay.
Adam and whatnot.
Yep.
I have a little bit of information I prepared earlier.
Let's go. Let's go.
So, in terms of some reviews and things, it's gotten a 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb currently. This is always changing. It's up to 55% on Rotten Tomatoes. With comparing it to some of these other Rotten Tomatoes scores that they gave DC movies, some of the top ones at 93% on Rotten Tomatoes was
Shazam.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, really?
Then in close 90% was Shazam.
Yep.
And then we've got right in the middle there is Man of Steel at 56%. So just a slightly better score than Black Adam there. But of course, Black Adam's only just coming out today, so that will change. So I would imagine that it will succeed it, but you just never know with these things. And then the lowest scores that Rotten Tomatoes have given DC movies is Batman versus Superman at 29% and Suicide Squad at 26%, which I find interesting. I didn't write this one down, but The Suicide Squad got better than Suicide Squad, which I have opposite feelings about.
Really?
I actually like them the other way around. I think the only reason I love the Suicide Squad is for Harley, because I love her looks in it and I love like her little storyline. But apart from that, I much prefer Suicide Squad over it. But that's just me, just personal preference. And then the only other thing I wanted to mention about Black Adam is make sure you stay for the mid-credits scene. That's it. I will leave it at that, because that's the most important.
And also, just a heads up, there is nothing at the end of the movie, as in after all the credits roll, there is nothing at the end. It's only a mid-credit scene, and you don't actually have to wait long for it. You probably just have to wait like a minute or two, and then it will happen. But yeah, I lost my voice from it. It's interesting, those reviews, and I'm glad that you brought them up, Tay, because you mentioned Batman vs. Superman. I love that film. I absolutely adore that film. And I think Black Adam is probably the best superhero film that we've seen this year. It's hard to say because I've seen a lot of... So I'm looking at my list of all the other DC films. My Blu-rays. I've seen them multiple times, and then as I watch them, I find something else that I love about it, and then I find something else that I'm just like, I actually really love The Rock playing Black Adam. It's been 15 years in the making. The Rock has been wanting to play this for a very, very long time, and he's finally got it. The studios were saying to him, look, Black Adam isn't really a big superhero. Why don't you play somebody else? And he was like, nah, I want to play a character of color. I don't want to change the color of another character. This is what I want to do. And good on him for pushing forward, because this thing is going to bring in a lot of money, and hopefully this sort of helps course correct the DC EU. It'll be amazing. P-Rod mentioned before, just really quickly, was there any celebrities on the red carpet? Or the black carpet in the case of last night? There was no celebrities as in like The Rock or anything like that. But I was very, very... I actually thought people were joking, but at the end of the night, as we were taking our photos to leave, they were dismantling the set, and they were just like, because they saw that I was like taking photos with The Rock. And they were like, oh, would you like to take it home? And I'm like, yeah, right. That's really funny, because normally they destroy them. They have to destroy them. But they go, oh, no, like, you can take it home if you want. Like, they go, we're just going to destroy it, and we don't want to see it get destroyed. So...
Perfect.
I don't know if you can see this guy behind me.
We can see his emblem.
Okay, hold on. This is going to be really awkward to do.
Bring him into focus. The real man of the hour.
He is massive, by the way. I don't know if I can make this work.
Oh my god. It doesn't even fit in the screen.
I can't make him fit.
For those only listening in to audio, this is a massive. How big is that? Do you reckon? That's over 6 feet.
It's taller than me. It's
Yeah.
definitely taller.
It's a
than
cardboard
me.
cutout of Black Adam.
But it's like a really good quality cardboard. It's like really thick. I think it's is it EV foam? I think it's like what you use for your cosplay tape. It's quite thick.
Eva foam.
Yeah. It's really
Nice.
it's quality. And I drive a Mitsubishi Lancer, and this thing is like Sam helped me get it into the car. We managed to get it home. I will share the photo of it in my car on my stories tonight, and I'll reshare it on the Geekazoid. So make sure you follow our socials. But I got it home, and he's going to be on that wall for a little bit. Anyway, yes, it's huge. We better end it there. Definitely go see Black Adam. You're not going to be disappointed. But if you are going to see it, try and see it in the next couple of days, only because the internet is a bee and it's going to spoil it for you. So definitely, and TikTok's going to spoil it for you. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. Stay off of it until you see it.
Stay off of it. Okay, we are going to throw it over to Captain Fizzman. He's going to let us know the trivia questions, or the answers to the trivia questions. So we're going to have a really quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about Gotham Knight. So, Captain Fizzman, tell us the answers.
Geekazoid.
How did you go? Do you think you got them right? Maybe 1 out of 3? 2 out of 3? Or maybe even 3 out of 3. Anyways, we're about to find out the answers to this week's trivia questions all about DC. Okay, so question 1. How many Robins have there been? There have been 5 Robins. They are Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Stephanie Brown, and Damian Wayne. So 5. How did you go? Did you get them all right? Okay, question 2. What is the name of the place of origin for Black Adam? The answer is Kahndaq. And then finally, our final question. In Gotham Knights, the video game, who is listed as the primary antagonist in the video game? It is, of course, the Court of Owls and Talon. But if you specifically said the Court of Owls, I will also accept that. So, how did you go? Did you get 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, or did you get all 3 questions correct? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, make sure to follow Geekazoid on all our social media platforms, and make sure to follow me at Captain Bizman on all my social media platforms. I will see you guys next week for a brand new trivia. As always, keep geeking out. Bye for now.
Geekazoid.
All
Well, there
right.
you go.
How'd you go, Tay?
Well, I got Kahndaq right.
Yes.
Was one off for the first one, but
Yes.
close enough. I'm still pretty proud that I was only 1 away.
I think that's pretty good, Tay. You did very, very well. Everybody else, let us know in the comments before. I was showing a couple of your answers on the screen. Do you know, is it, sorry, say the location again. Was it Kahndaq?
Kahndaq, with like a Q at the end. It's like
Yes.
KahnDaq. Kahndaq.
I'm so bad at pronouncing things. I knew it in my head what it was. I just couldn't pronounce it because they say it so many times in the film. So 100% Kahndaq. There it is. That's the spelling there on the screen.
Yeah,
let us know how you went. And yeah, oh, here we go. I thought, though I was thinking of Carrie Kelly as Robin, not Stephanie Brown. There you go. Not bad, Terry. 2 out of 3. Pretty good. Matthew, 2 out of 3 as well.
Nice.
Very good. We better throw it over now because we are sitting at about an hour on this podcast. But this has been a really fun podcast. we love talking about DC here. Fizzman chimed in live from Luna Screams in Sydney, which is really, really exciting. And now we're going to be talking about Gotham Knights. And Gotham Knights come out tomorrow. And if you haven't heard about Gotham Knights, well, it is the brand new game from Warner Brothers Games. It follows not Batman. Batman has perished, unfortunately. We don't know how, but his...
R.I.P.
Yeah, and his family, I guess, Nightwing, Batgirl, Red Hood, and also Robin, you can play as the characters, and I guess they're trying to look after the city of Gotham and do it together as a team. So this is really cool. If you love the Arkham series, it's not made by Rocksteady, who did the Arkham series, but or is it? Am I getting that confused?
You know what? That's probably the one piece of information I didn't write down. I was
Terry.
like, yeah, I'll get the odd questions or the odd answers that Jaden won't mention.
I
Didn't
think
get that one.
Rocksteady is looking after the Suicide Squad game, Kill the Justice League. I think that's who. Okay, here we go. Terry's chiming in
I'm
and
looking
saying he
it up
blows up
now.
Wayne Manor with himself inside in the last game, like the movie. There we go. This game's coming out tomorrow. This has been something that I was very honored to be a part of last year with DC Fandom. They announced this game then, and they also showed some footage back then as well. So to finally get it to play it tomorrow is insane. Taylor, are you excited for this release?
I certainly am. I really like the difference that this, the different route that this game takes. I eventually in November they'll have a release called Heroic Assault Mode, which instead of your 2-player co-op, it's going to be 4 players. And it's going to be in like a arena-based like kind of arena-based challenges, which I think is really cool. Now they're making it well known that like they really have spent a lot of time on making this like a co-op game, which I really like. For games like this, I do enjoy playing with other people more. So I definitely like that they're focusing on the co-op abilities. They have said that on console, this is only going to run at, I think it was 30
frame rate.
30 frames per second. There won't be a performance mode on consoles, which obviously some people aren't going to be too happy about, but they've said that they've had to do that because of all of the details that they've gone into in the open world experience, and they just can't have a higher frame rate with such a detailed open world.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. It's going to be so much going on that I don't focus on those things. Obviously, it's always better when you've got that kind of stuff, but I think I'm going to be way too focused on what's going on.
That's exactly right, Tay. I think there's going to be so much going on as well. And I guess if the co-op, maybe there's something to do with that. Like you said, the world is so detailed and so like vast and large that you got to sort of sacrifice a couple of things. And if it's just the frame rate, 30 frames per second is still a great frame rate, to be quite honest.
It's not terrible.
That's how I film my YouTube videos, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's the frame rate that I approve of. Abdullah says he can't wait for tomorrow. Also, Tal chimes in and says, yeah, Rocksteady is doing the Suicide Squad game, not the Gotham Knights one. That's what I thought. Josh says Red Hood is very aggressive in this game. And that's the thing, like all the characters in the games, they all have different attributes. So I guess, if you want to play like a stealthy mode, if you want to play aggressive, or they've all got their own little flair. And it's cool that they're not just the same sort of like clone of each other. They've all got different skills and attributes. And I guess when you're playing the game, you might have to interchange, and because some of them will be better to use in sort of situations than others. Harley there, that's a great Harley. Clayface,
Mr.
and then the
Freeze. And the Court of Owls.
The Court of Owls. I love the Court of Owls. I cannot get enough of them. I love the comic series, and to really see them in this video game, it's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to play this tomorrow. I was mentioning that this is going to be my day tomorrow. But, Tay, you know how I had to leave the stream earlier before?
Yes, I was actually about to interrupt you to mention it because I didn't want you to forget. I would like a show and tell, please, of what
All right.
your famous delivery man
I
has
did not
delivered for
know
you today.
I was getting this today, but
Stop it.
our friends over at Warner Brothers and Play On have sent me a press kit, and I did not realize I was getting this. So, look, I will open it.
That's sick.
I am not sure what is inside it, and I'm not sure if I should be opening it Whoa! Okay, I'm not sure if I should be opening this like this. Oh my
I'm like
goodness.
looking above here as if I can see into it if I look like this better.
I guess I have to do a
Oh
proper
my
video of
God.
unboxing it. Oh, okay. Everyone be jealous. Guess what I'm
No.
doing tonight?
Stop it.
Guess what I'm doing tonight?
Ah, Jaden, I'm
Oh.
so jealous.
That is amazing. That is really, really cool.
Oh my God, how
Wow.
exciting.
I did not know that. And it looks like I've been gifted a custom wireless controller as well. For an Xbox, though. But that's
Oh,
okay. That's
get
okay.
out
Look,
of here.
I will unbox all this. There's a jacket here. There's a little owl mask there. Called a
Oh my
mouse
God, that
mask
is so
there,
cool.
Keychains and all that. So yeah, I guess I will be very busy creating content tomorrow in regards to this. But I'm gonna get some gameplay going as well. So maybe I'll do a live stream tomorrow. If you guys want to, you're probably all going to be playing the game anyway. But thank you so much, Play On, and also WB Games for sending that over to me. That is very, very kind of you. Everyone in the comments is hating me right now. They're saying,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, that is awesome. That is too cool. Stop it. Sweet, jealous, jealous, jealous. Lol, jealous Jay." Yes. Cool. I'm a bit, to be honest, when I saw it at the door, I'm so glad, because if I didn't answer the door, I wouldn't be able to show you that, guys. But anyway, back to this. Sorry to the people that were just listening to this via the podcast. If you need to see the visual version of this to appreciate what I just opened. Matthew M said, do a giveaway for the Xbox controllers. I've got to see what it looks like first, because if this thing is like, I'll get back to you on that. But anyway, Gotham Knights comes out tomorrow. It is on Xbox One, X and S, and also PS5, and you can also play it on PC. I'm obviously playing it on PlayStation 5, and we will be talking about this and hopefully doing some more stuff with Geekazoid in regards to the game. So, yeah.
I gotta get
guess
started on my cosplay. Every time I see it, I'm like, yeah, I want to look like that.
That's, I love the purple suit on Batwoman. So yeah, if you can
Me
do that,
too.
that would be amazing. And the red hair and the yellow gloves. I love how they've gone the traditional look on that. All right, Tay, is there anything else you want to chime in before we sign off?
No, I will mention, like always, don't forget to follow us, like, and keep up to date with all of our social media: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, etc., etc. And yeah, making sure that you're interacting with us on our social media as well. It helps us know what you guys want to listen to, what to talk about. Yeah, we'd love to get you all involved, and hopefully we'll have some guests appearing very soon as well.
Let's mention
that'll
what's
be
happening
exciting.
on episode 15, Tay. What we've been talking about, this thing that we want to do. And everyone, make sure you listen to this, because Tay, you can unveil the news to everyone.
You take it away. You take it away, Jay.
Okay, so the plan is that, as we know, Captain Fizzman loves his trivia. We love having trivia on this podcast every single week. But I feel like on the 15th episode, we are going to be doing, I don't know what the word is, but I want to do some sort of like trivia extravaganza where the whole podcast is just trivia. And we're going to be doing it over, like, I guess, like a Kahoot sort of thing. So everybody at home listening to it live, you can join in. Your results will come up on the screen. We want to have some guests on as well, so it's not just the Geekazoid hosts on here. We're also going to be asking some of our friends and influencers and content creators to jump on and have some fun with us and geek out with us. And we are encouraging everyone to join in as well. And I am working on a prize to give to the winner as well. So if you want to be in it, maybe it's the controller. I don't know, Matt. It could be. I'm not sure. I can't. Oh, there
Reel
it is.
him in.
I've got to see what it looks like first, but we'll definitely look after you guys in terms of like a prize. And I'd love a trophy. I'd love it to be like something that everyone, or it could be a title belt. I'm looking on the floor like I have a title belt on the floor.
Just let me go into my box of title belts over here.
Yeah.
See if I've got one spare.
Well, don't joke, Tay. Don't joke because.
Oh, here we go. He's got a title
I'm
belt
actually
ready.
yeah, there you go. So I'm actually doing a bit of social media content the next couple of days. So I actually have my title belt ready. That's why I was looking on the floor. But anyway,
That is perfect.
So leave it with us. But if you guys want to get involved over our socials, I guess over the weekend, we're going to start to advertise it. Be a part of it. Encourage your friends to be a part of it as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. So it's not next week's episode. It's the week after. So the 15th episode, I believe it is the first week of November. We're going to pull up the time right now. It is going to be... so it's going to be the 3rd. The 3rd of November. So pop it in your dates. We'll definitely advertise it so you guys do not miss out. We'd like to thank everyone for chiming in and tuning in to the live version of the Geekazoid Live. Piro says, thank you guys. Great podcast. Matthew says, great podcast as well. And we will post it on Instagram and we will leave you guys a reminder. Captain Fizman is going to be organizing it, so I cannot wait to see how we go. And it's going to be a wide range of pop culture questions, so it's not just going to be on one particular thing, it's going to be everything. So
so don't worry, it's not just a Fizzman Harry Potter themed trivia.
Yes, no,
we are
it's not.
going to appeal to everyone's knowledge, hopefully.
Correct. And yes, and it's going to be a lot more fun if you tune in live to it. So if you're listening to this on a delay, try and tune in live to it. But like I said, we're going to try and plaster our socials all about it. Tay, before we sign off, what's your weekend looking like? Are you working? Oh, no. Tomorrow you're going to an event. You're going to that Disney Plus event. How exciting. Definitely share some photos with us, and we'll be following you on your stories to see what you get up to.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I've got my Disney Plus Halloween event tomorrow night. And then Saturday, I've got a birthday to go to and a little bit of work. And then I get to relax Sunday afternoon, fingers crossed. But yes, don't forget to follow me on my social media. So TikTok, Instagram are the main ones at the Tay Hamilton, which, I'll be posting what I get up to tomorrow, which I'm very excited for. Keep up to date with that. And Jaden, where can we follow you?
You can follow me at jrod_HD on Instagram, on TikTok as well. I'm going to be uploading more footage from the Black Adam event that I went to last night. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch as well, and Twitter. We share quite regularly across all those socials. And what am I doing this weekend? The dance studio that I teach at, they've got a competition this weekend. Tomorrow I'm home. I'm going to be filming some content. And then
Playing Gotham Knights.
Playing Gotham Knights, and Sunday I'm sure we'll fill it in with something. But and by the way, next week is a Halloween themed episode, so we're going to be getting in some Halloween costumes, and the trivia will be Halloween themed as well. So join in, dress up if you want as well. And thank you so much. I know Captain Fizzman isn't here, but I'm going to do the sign off. Thank you so much for tuning in to Geekazoid. We will see you live same time next week, and until next time, keep geeking out. Thank you guys. Enjoy Black Adam. Enjoy Gotham Knights, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.